So I started January 2023 looking like this, and then I ended in August of 2023 looking like this. But gradually over the next 12 months, I put on basically 1 to 2 pounds each month. My weight has gradually crept up and now I am looking like this. Now I have started and stopped a variety of different health kicks over the past year, and really honestly I just haven't been motivated, haven't been in the right headspace to really give it my all. But I don't know what it is about the start of the new school season or whatever, but I have got that back to school feeling, and I think that realization that if I continued in the pattern that I have been in of putting on just a little bit of weight, just 1 to 2 pounds each month, in another year I could well be back to where I started. So I started September with a totally different mindset and wanted to take on a new challenge. So today is day 1 of my self-declared 10 perfect days challenge. So what this is basically is 10 days where I aim to be on track when it comes to my fitness, what I'm eating, how I'm thinking about my health and fitness, etc., to get myself back on track. Because for the past 12 months I have been just slowly, gradually losing the health and fitness that I had worked so hard for at the beginning of 2023. So right at the start of 2023 I set myself a mission to get myself fit and healthy by 40. By the time I turned 40 in mid-July of 2023, I felt so much better. I had lost about 35 pounds. Now it's not all about weight loss, it totally isn't, but it really did help. I'd overhauled my exercise, I'd overhauled what I was eating, what I was drinking, and I felt so much better. And then from that autumn of 2023 until now, so basically the last 12 months, I have very gradually lost sight of that. I had lost that goal. And it shouldn't be about a goal, but I really find it helpful to have a goal. And I just lost that, and very gradually I hadn't gone totally back to my old ways, had kept up with some exercise, and I had been run walking, which is what I'm doing right now, mostly walking right now to talk to you, but I had been doing some exercise. I hadn't gone totally back to my old ways with eating, but very gradually over the 12 months I had put on 17 pounds. And that basically is just 1 to 2 pounds per month, right? That's not very much. It's so easy to do, but I'm feeling a bit sluggish, not feeling my best, and I need to kick up the bum. So today is the 2nd of September. We are heading quickly into autumn, and I really want to make these changes before we get to the end of the year. So 10 perfect days. Give me that kickstart, because not every day is a perfect day. I'm not expecting to be perfect every day or anything, but I think if I can do it for 10 days, that'll just hopefully reignite the passion for, that health and fitness routine that I had been on. So I'm starting today with a run walk. So I use this interval timer here, and I have that set for 30-second intervals, and it beeps at me every 30 seconds. And then I switch from a jog or a slowish run to a walk. And I've never been a fast runner, ever, before kids, anything like that, never ever. But I really enjoy running. So there's your signal. If you enjoy running and you're a slow runner, just go and do it. And run walking totally counts as running. I have managed to do 2 super slow half marathons this year. And I have another one in October, which I'm underprepared for. So this is part of this. I want to get back on track, be able to not embarrass myself when it comes to that half marathon in October, and lose some weight, because let's face it, we all feel better when our clothes are not restricting us. And this summer my head was not in it. I was not in that space to do anything about it, and that's absolutely fine. Just embraced it, bought myself some bigger clothes from Vinted, have enjoyed myself this summer, and now I just feel ready. And what my 2023 experience showed me is the most important thing for me to do anything about my health and fitness is to be in a more positive mindset. Doesn't mean you have to love the way you look and love everything about yourself. You can still want to change yourself whilst feeling positive about that, and not berating yourself and not bad mouthing yourself, which is what I've so often done in the past. I would go into a health kick and be listen, you fat cow, you got to do something about this. And now I'm listen,
we've had a lovely summer, we've had a lovely past year, and your body is capable of wonderful things. And now it's time to look after yourself a bit more, give yourself that, you know, long and happy and healthy life that you know you deserve. And, you know, you can do this and you deserve it. And that's so important for me, and I think for so many of us, is actually that positive mindset, feeling like we're worthy, knowing that we are worth this. So I don't want to do anything too faddy as I'm about to describe something, which probably sounds quite faddy, but what I don't mean is I don't want to do anything like gimmicky, where I'm paying loads of money to a business who is going to pump my body full of rubbish. Because one of the big changes I made in 2023 was to reduce my consumption of ultra processed foods that basically have ingredients in them that you would not find in your cupboards at home. And all of these like diet products, they contain rubbish and thickeners and stabilizers and stuff that just is not great for your body, right? So fine in limited amounts, but not to be having that as like your main source of food. So what I am going to be doing, I really love a smoothie, and I found this really lovely protein powder which doesn't contain loads of rubbish, and I am going to be using that as a base for my smoothies. Loads of real fruit and veg and spinach and bananas and almond milk that doesn't contain rubbish and all that good stuff. So I'm already having those like quite a lot anyway. So my aim for this 10 perfect days is to have 1 to 2 smoothies a day, like protein packed, full of goodness, and then have 1 to 2 like high protein meals. And I don't calorie count, I don't have capacity to do that in my life, so I'm not going to be doing that, but I am aiming for a lowish carb, high protein, low ultra processed, easy, quick, because I have kids, and I'm working. I work 4 long days a week as a lawyer, and I have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old and 1-year-old. So let's stick this timer back on here and go for a little jog and get this done, because we deserve it. We're capable of difficult things, and I need to look after my body to live a long and happy life. Day 3 of the challenge check-in, and this is usually, if I'm honest, day 3 is actually the day where I normally give up on something. I don't know about you guys, that's how long I make it with a lot of things lately. So I thought this morning maybe I'll go for a run tonight, because work is crazy. I have my toddler at home before he starts school. All the excuses. So put on my running stuff, as you can see, and dropped off my eldest, and then a couple of the mums and the school gates are saying, "Oh, are you going for a run?" And I said very determinedly, "Yes, I am." And here we are, a run walk, because that's what I do always. I'm not aiming to run the whole of anything. I run, today was 30-second intervals again, and I did my 5k in just over 37 minutes. So that is a few minutes faster than a couple of days ago, not as fast as I had been doing it. I use the word fast very loosely. So before my recent lull in activity, I would do 5k in around 36 minutes. So, you know, I'm not far off it. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna have a shake this morning, one of my protein shakes, and I am feeling like way less bloated. So this morning when I was like tempted to just sack it all off, I thought, come on, like, what are the positives here? It's getting you out more. Otherwise you're just never gonna go do the half marathon in October. You're just not gonna be fit enough to do it. And you know, I'm feeling better already. Two days of just being a bit more mindful.
So what have I done over the past 10 days? Well, I mostly did start every day with a protein shake with various different ingredients, all except for one day where I was too full from dinner the previous night to have anything. So otherwise I've had the protein shake, and then I have kept my meals basically cooking at home a lot more, cooking a lot more like whole foods, and I have been also meal prepping and batch cooking, and that has been a game changer. So I made a big batch of this vegetable curry, which I ate for 4 days, but I really enjoyed it. And then I also made the decision to start a HelloFresh delivery again. So I've done this previously in the past when I've been in a bit of a rut with food and meal planning, and I thought it's time just to take some of the thought process as to what I'm going to eat out of the equation. So we started getting a weekly delivery of HelloFresh. That started like the beginning of the 2nd week, and that has been really nice. I think it will take us a little while to get back in the groove of that, because some of the meals took us a bit longer to make. But leading such a busy life, I work 4 long days a week as a lawyer, I have 3 children ages 6, 4 and 1, I cannot be making like a different meal each day, and I basically need to not be thinking too much about what I'm going to be eating. I started each day aiming to be as like perfect as possible, and by that I mean mindful about my health, my fitness, what I'm putting into my body, how I'm moving my body, and treated myself kindly, because I do strongly believe that if I'm going to succeed at anything in terms of my health and fitness, it has to come from a place of positivity. And this is where I succeeded back in 2023, was being really positive affirmations like every day, positive mindset. And as soon as I go into like a health and fitness kick, berating myself, I know it's just not going to work. So I had to get myself back into that really positive thinking. I moved my body, I was going to say as much as possible, but I'm not sure that's strictly true. But I moved my body, I made sure that I got some exercise in. I did 4 run walks during the 10-day period. I am training for a half marathon, which I'll be run walking in October. And I also, during one of the days, I had a spa visit with my friends and had the opportunity to try out aerial yoga, and I did a weights class. And that's something I would like to do more of. I have some weights at home and I would like to get back into doing more regular weights. And I aimed to up my protein intake in general. So I had the protein powder that I was adding to the shakes, having lots of cottage cheese, boiled eggs, hummus and like crevettes as snacks, and that really helped me out. What I didn't do in the 10-day period, I didn't ban or exclude any food entirely. I didn't avoid alcohol entirely. I did cut it back a bit, but I didn't avoid it entirely. Like, had a nice glass of red wine with my Sunday dinner with my family. I didn't avoid puddings altogether, but I did aim to have much fewer like sweet stuff that I would ordinarily. I definitely have a sweet tooth, but I had pudding with like my family meal with my kiddos on Sunday. I had my glass of wine, I had my apple crumble, and then when I was at the spa, I had this amazing piece of vegan chocolate cake, which was so yummy. And I feel like the sweet things that I had were so much nicer for the fact that I really thought about when I was going to have something sweet, and I wasn't just having sweet stuff as a default. I didn't exercise every single day. I exercised a decent amount, I think, but not every single day. So was I perfect? Did I manage to have 10 perfect days? And I think honestly, when I went into this, what I thought I needed to do to be perfect, no, I didn't. In my head, I probably wasn't going to have like any puddings or any sweet stuff, and I was going to be really like quite strict with myself when it came to nutrition over 10 days. And the reality was that after the first few days of like serious willpower wore off, and then I wasn't left with that kind of real impetus to like be absolutely perfect for the 10 days. I wouldn't say I had like too much temptation or anything. I made active decisions to eat what I did, and I didn't berate myself for doing so, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, was it perfect for 10 days? Absolutely not. And this was probably the most interesting thing about this challenge for me, because during the 10 days, I had a conversation with my husband, who's also like on a bit of a health kick right now, which totally does help. And I was saying to him, like, I have to be perfect. If I am not perfect, like I can be really, really good for for several days, and then I have one day where I am not so mindful about what I'm eating, and I'll like undo all of the hard work of the previous few days. And what this challenge has shown me is that's not true. Basically, that is a load of bull. So what I've been telling myself is absolutely not true. I just need to be as mindful as possible, because over the course of the 10 days, so I weighed myself at the start, I weighed myself at the end, and I found that I lost 2.2 pounds in 10 days. Now, I know that is not like a dramatic number, and if I had been perfect for the 10 days, then, you know, gosh, maybe we could be looking at double that figure. But in a way, it's been the best thing for me that I was not perfect for the 10 days, because it has shown me that I just need to be as like mindful as I possibly can be, as much as possible, still have a social life, still eat nice meals with my kids, still don't have to pass up pudding when I really, really want it, still can have a couple of alcoholic drinks, still can have some carbs, still can have some sweet things. I don't need to exercise every single day, and I can still lose a couple of pounds every 10 days. And while that feels like a not so impressive figure, I've worked out that if we take that £2 for 10 days and we multiply that across the rest of the year, so we're halfway through September, then I would lose 20 pounds from now until Christmas. Okay, so actually, like, that's pretty impressive. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be more mindful, continue to move my body, continue to cut back on like the processed foods, have some sweet stuff occasionally, have some alcohol occasionally. But if I am overall more mindful about what I am eating, hopefully I can shift that pattern that I have been seeing over the past 12 months of slowly gaining weight to gradually losing that weight. So what I'm going to do going forward, I have 5 weeks exactly from today, from when I will be going away for a long weekend with my sister. It's her 40th birthday. I'm taking her away, going on a flight, going for a city break for a long weekend. And I am thinking 5 weeks, like, I love a challenge anyway. 5 weeks from now until then, what can I achieve in that time? So not setting out to be perfect, but being more mindful. I'm really enjoying having a shake for breakfast most days. And it takes a lot of the thought processes to like what I'm having out of the equation, whilst also being a really good source of protein. So I think I'm going to just stick with that, because that's worked pretty well over the last 10 days. And then just be more mindful in general, upping my protein, having more high protein snacks, and see where I can get in the next 5 weeks. I'm going to be documenting it here because that also does help me. I have to say that documenting my journey on YouTube holds me accountable. Like, I've made a promise, I'm going to show up with a weekly video letting you know how I've got on. Then I like have that in the back of my mind each week when I'm making my choices. So I'm going to document every week, kind of ish what I've been eating, how I found it, and what I've lost each week in the lead up to that holiday. So if you're interested, like, subscribe, stick around for more. Yeah, I'm back. I'm really excited because this has been a big thing for me. I haven't been making videos on this channel for some time now because I know my weight has been slowly going up. I haven't felt like I've been too mindful about my health and fitness, and I felt like I can't show up on here as a result, which is really sad. So I'm really happy to be back, putting my health and fitness as more of a focus in my life, and I can totally do this. We can do this. See you in the next one. Bye.